I know we're cutting it close, but there is a new Tiny Wars tournament as well as a new Tiny Wars mode that we'll check out as well. How's it going, guys and gals? This is Advanced Warrior here, and welcome back to another Tiny Wars tournament update. I don't even know why I said welcome back, but if you're new to Tiny Wars or haven't been in the loop with Tiny Wars just opened up a tournament a while ago, and I could never get to uploading the video until like recently. But we're gonna have another standard tournament. The tournament is going to end at the end of April, or signups are going to end at the end of April, and the only prerequisite is that you have to play at least one ranked game, and for it to count as a ranked game, I think it has to end on like day has to like be at least 4 days long, 4 turns basically. But yeah, at the end of April the signups will close, and the only prerequisite is to have a ranked game. Again, this is just to try to combat bots. So if you're starting up Tiny Wars, you're going to see some kind of red exclamation point on multiplayer, and then you're going to want to go to switch mode, and you want to get out versus, and you want to go to regular tournament. Then you can go to registration, and as you can see, Spring Showdown is a standard tournament, and this is, by the time this video is up, these are a lot less hours remaining, but just click that and now you're registered. Oh, we have 36 players. That's 30, no, not 36, 35. That actually kind of surprises me. But yeah, so me and the tournament committee actually had a falling out in communication, but we decided to have this tournament, and these are the maps that we decided to choose from. So the first map here is called I'll just put this up here. So the first map here for round 1 is called Unfathomed Forest. It is a light base light with double airports. Yeah, you know, some forests and mountains surrounding some cities. Forests are pretty prominent as well. A lot of roads that some tire vehicles may like to use. But yeah, this is one that we decided for round 1. Round 2 is going to be Aphotic Arena, Tiny Wars version, and there are landers that there are landers that you can move through the shoals, and there's probably going to be some transport play that might be happening. Maybe some landers going like as far as down here, possibly. There's pre-captured properties that you can capture to try to take away some income from your opponent. It's also a double airport, and there are gunboats. I gotta start clicking on that. And there are gunboats that are protecting the HQ, a port on the bottom, and some temp airports. Well, bottom and top, and temp airports as well. Round 3 will be Deep Conquest, and it is 3 bases, also double airport. I'm noticing a theme here with the double airport maps. Yeah, there's the 2 base side is actually like all the way far down here, and there's a pre-captured port. Funny enough, we got this secluded base on the side here, and yeah, a lot of, you know, meteors blocking off a lot of the electric thingies. I forgot what they're called, I'm sorry. Blocking off the center, so front shifting might be a little tricky unless you break one of the meteors. HQs they're kind of surrounded by some water tiles, so you might need some air units if you're gonna need a desperate save from the 2 base side, or the 1 base side can go around. But that's Deep Conquest round 3. Round 4 is a smaller map called Coastline. 2 bases, and there's a airport and port. Remember, naval units can cross through bridges in Tiny Wars Days of Ruin, so you're probably gonna like something along those lines. And yeah, you know, some ocean tiles in the middle. HQs are on the side, so it's gonna be a tight map to try to play around. yeah, that your land units can go through this bridge or this bridge on both sides, and the infantry can go straight to the corners. Round 5 is going to be a Tiny Wars version of Sahara. Sahara is a 3-base, 1 airport map. Got a port that can go to a lot of places. I mean, I love Days of Ruin Naval. You can just like probably have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Port travels all the way through here, although that would be pretty close to this side. But yeah, I really think I think Sahara is a good map on Advanced Wars by Web, and I'm hoping that this Tiny Wars version for Sahara suffices just as well. And finally, round 6 is going to be Substage, Baseline map, Airport, a lot of contested cities in the center. The HQs are in the center as well. And there's a lot of meteors that you can break. There's like 6 meteors that you can break to try to create interesting, I guess, reinforcement routes or something. Like there's a meteor blocking this bridge. There's a meteor that's blocking both this by the river and the meteor in the diagonal. Same thing, diagonal, meteor, mountain. I don't know if we'll actually see these being broken, but these will be in the finals. So it'll be interesting to see how players here are going to play around Substage. Alright, so that is all of the maps for the tournament. And now I want to show you guys something new. Alright guys and gals, so as you can see, there is a slight difference in both the music and the profile picture up top. I'm pretty sure you can do this in Classic Tiny Wars, but we are not on Classic Tiny Wars, we are on Tiny Wars Trilogy. It is called the Trilogy version, where as you can see, we have Days of Ruin characters. Yeah, the Days of Ruin, not like some crossover that Advanced Wars by Web has tried to do with Black Hole Rising and... Did I say Days of Ruin? I mean Dual Strike. I'm gonna look back at the editing and probably just see that I said Days of Ruin, but I meant Dual Strike. Dual Strike seals. Yeah, so if you want to be on the correct version, make sure that you either click on the link that I have in the description for Tiny Wars Trilogy, Dual Strike, or you could go ahead and click on Switch Game version and you should see Trilogy, and that's the version that you want to get on. I think you still have to make an account, but yeah, as you can see, we have the Dual Strike versions. Like here you can see Max, he's got the same day-to-day, but in Dual Strike he never got a movement boost for when he uses his powers, which is unfortunate. Sammy here, 20% on infantry and mechs, but no transport bonus. Now we got not Javier, we got Jazz, who actually has her Dual Strike day-to-day, which is really nice. And here you know, Sturm is still like similar to his Black Hole Rising version. They're probably gonna like do some nerfs with this, but this is not correct. I'm pretty sure in Black Hole Rising Sturm had like even more buffs when he used the super, but does he even need those buffs? He's already pretty strong. And here, as you can see, you have Von Bolt. If you were like looking at this list and you couldn't see Von Bolt, you just have to scroll down. But yeah, it's using all the Dual Strike powers on buildings. Gain number of buildings for Kindle. You know, we got Sasha. Well, it's gonna be fun. This is by 2% by funds. That might be accurate, I don't know. But yeah. And the units are the same thing as well. You got infantry, max, recon, anti-air, movement, tire, tank. It's more like treads. I think treads are more accurate. But yeah, you know, it's all Dual Strike, and this is what A Hope Forlorn looks like. This is a current game I have with Buster Beachside playing as Kindle, and I am playing as Jess. Oh, nope, that's the other thing. And yeah, you know, Jess, I am really happy to see some Jess in some dual strike chests specifically, because in Advanced Wars by Web you didn't have dual strike chests. And yeah, I got another game here also playing as Jess versus Sandstroid. This is not looking really good. Versus Sandstroid, and Sandstroid is like, Von Bolt, which is pretty freaking strong. But maybe Jess could, equal out versus Von Bolt. I've heard Jess is tier 1, dual strike Jess is tier 1, but yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to share in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, I do apologize on such a short notice for the tournament, but I hope in the near future me and the tournament committee will do better. Guys and gals, I am Advanced Warrior. You all have my warmest regards. Please take care.